Hey guys, Daft here. Just a quick video to show off some of the gameplay from the Division beta and to answer a few questions that I've had about the Division and how the gunplay works and what sort of things to expect. First and foremost, I was pretty impressed by the beta. Quite a few people expressed the concerns that there was a lack of content. But bear in mind, it's a beta. It gives you access to probably about a fifth of the map for both the PvP areas and for sort of the story quest areas, the free roam areas. What you do have is a number of different areas that you can go to, which are called encounters. Now, usually these are like side missions and things like that. There's things like the mission gameplay that I'm showing in the background right now was a virus data gathering mission where you had to find these nodes and enable those while they scanned the area for the virus, etc., which was really enjoyable. You bump into a faction called the Cleaners, which are the guys in the trailers that have flamethrowers, etc. And it was really cool. Now, the gameplay itself is very enjoyable, but it's an RPG. Now, a few people have a few misconceptions about the game. Because it's a Tom Clancy game, they assume it's going to be a realistic sort of twitch shooter like your Rainbow Sixes, etc., which it isn't. Headshots will not always be a one-shot kill, that sort of thing. There's health bars, the enemies are quite a bit spongy. For me, I didn't mind that. I'm used to RPGs, I'm used to that style of gameplay. It's a bit hard to suspend your disbelief because you're playing against real people as opposed to sort of futuristic aliens, etc., where you can kind of say, well, yeah, I can imagine it taking a few headshots to take them down, you know, that kind of thing. But it plays really well. Graphically, it's very, very pretty. The gameplay is really good. It's fantastic when you get in a party with a few people and you can go and do these missions together. There's also like a base building element to it where you upgrade the medical wing or the tech wing of your base, and that enables new upgrades and things. But the other component, which was an area that I was really worried about, is the PvP. Now, PvP in these style of games usually is very unforgiving. You have to be pretty masterful to be good and to be able to progress and get the good unlocks, etc. I mean, people who have played DayZ, you know that kind of shooter is very unforgiving. You're more likely to die than not. You need to put in a lot of time to become very good, etc. This was a lot more forgiving. It was a lot more RPG element-like. But the cool thing with the PvP is the rogue system that they've got in place. Now, the way the rogue system works is basically if you attack a player to try and steal their loot that they've picked up, whether that be off mobs or off other players, etc., you become a rogue agent. Now, when you become a rogue agent, you basically paint the target on your back. Other agents can easily track you down on the minimap and kill you, and when you die as a rogue agent, you lose more EXP and more Dark Zone rank, which is a really cool thing. You've got this whole sort of separate game, this whole kind of meta game, where you're trying to judge whether someone's going to betray you. You go to one of these zones to extract your loot because the loot that you've picked up is it's unclean. It needs to be decontaminated. So you wait for the helicopter to turn up so that you can attach your loot and it can fly away. Now, the thing is, these points, there's more than likely going to be a number of people there waiting for an extraction. And if you want to be an asshole, you could just kill all of them, take their stuff, and then extract that stuff along with your own. So you kind of sat there, you get yourself into a defensible position, you know you've got to run in and extract your loot, but is anybody else going to turn rogue? Are you going to turn rogue? It's that whole trust level thing that you get in games like DayZ and Rust and Ark. You bump into another player, you don't know whether to trust them or not. And it's really cool. And the rogue system makes it so that it's not just a free-for-all. They can't just kill you, take your shit, and then there's no punishments for it. There is a degree of risk in doing that, but there's also a degree of risk in trusting people. So it does have this really cool element to it. And I know me and Tony played it for a while. Tony isn't big on his PvP, and he was kind of dreading the PvP element of it. And he really enjoyed it. He really enjoyed himself. So, I mean, we're both pre-ordering it. We'll be picking it up. Recently, there have been some discussions about the PC version getting a downgrade. Now, that's disappointing, because what I saw in the beta was very, very pretty. Supposedly, they're scaling back some things to improve performance. Now, that's true to consoles, supposedly, and apparently they're scaling it back on the PC version to make things fair for console users. Now, that doesn't seem very fair for PC users, but we'll have to see. There's another beta launching towards the end of the month. We'll fire it up again, and we'll see how things go then, and I'll give you another report on it. But so far, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's a lot of fun. The gunplay is enjoyable. It's very rewarding, and yeah, I mean, it's going to be a game. Even the sort of instanced stuff that you can do with a group of friends that isn't the PvP, I'm going to really enjoy exploring that world. There's a few different areas where you unlock these things called echoes, where you can see a scene that previously played out for you. It goes all a little bit CSI, and there's a really nice side story mission where you had to go and find this woman that your commander, I think it was her sister or something like that, and she was worried about her. So you had to track her down through a series of clues. So there's all these kind of different side missions to do in the open world. There's random encounters as you're going along, where you can bump into cleaners and raiders, and they're going to be adding the other factions for Go Live. We'll see whether there are any of those are in the next beta. But so far, incredibly enjoyable, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. Thanks, guys. If you have any questions about The Division or how it works, any of the mechanics, etc., do let me know in the comments section down below. And if you want more, do let me know. Thank you.